Okay, so for the box, I'm going to show you how to make the base first. So you want to start with your, I'm going to adjust the camera up a little bit. You want to start on the white side, and you're going to taco fold in half, and then taco fold in half again, the other way. Open the paper up, and you're going to blintz fold all 4 sides. Okay? And then when you blintz fold, you're going to then do each side is going to go into the center. So you're going to fold 1, 2, and then you're going to open it up and then turn 90 degrees and fold the sides in for the other side as well. Open back up, and then you're going to reinforce these corners here. You're going to fold them back and just do a mountain fold, okay? This is called a mountain fold because the paper goes up and it comes back down. Mountain fold, the other sides as well. Once you have that, you're going to take the side of the blintz folds and open it, and we're just going to fold the top and bottom down as well. You already have this crease, so you shouldn't be making any new creases. When you let it go, you're just gonna have the points, one point pointed towards you, the other point pointed away from you. And you see the box is already starting to take a 3D shape. Now, with your index fingers, you can press down on the center blintz folds, the 2 that are in the center, and with your thumb, you can slowly guide the paper up, and then you can flip that point over towards the center. You're going to turn it around and do the same thing, and then pick up the point that's facing you, fold it into the center, and you have the base of your box. Now, with the top, you're going to do things just a little bit differently because you have to account for making sure that the box sits perfectly on top of your base without squishing it. So what we'll do is we will do the same thing with the taco fold on both sides. So corner to corner on each side. And then now, you're just gonna do your blintz fold the same way, but you're going to just only go to about, I'll draw a little dot in the center. So that's the center point. And if you can see that my blintz fold point is about 2 millimeters off from the dot. So you wanna do the same for all 4 sides. Again, you see how it's still slightly away from the dot. Okay, and now once you finish your blintz fold, you should see that none of the points from your blintz fold touch the center dot. Okay, now same thing with the folding the sides into the center. You're only going to fold about 2 millimeters off as well. You see how the line doesn't touch the dot? And then you're going to follow up with the same thing on the other side. So it should look something like this. Unfold it and do the same thing on the other side, like that. You see that? Now, you're going to open it up. Open up your sides like this. Right? And then, now, oh, sorry, I forgot to do the reinforcements of your mountain folds. So we need to reinforce the mountain folds here. Just do a nice pinch. Make sure that the paper is facing upwards. So it's going up and then down. Okay. Now you can open up the sides, any sides you want, it doesn't matter. Reinforce the top and bottom side folds. And then at this point, you're going to have one point face you, the other point face the other way. And again, you'll see that the box is already starting to take a 3D shape. So you're going to place your fingers in the center on the blintz folds, and with your thumbs, just lift up on the point that's facing you, flip it over, and then lay it flat. Same thing on the other side. Flip it over, lay it flat. And you should see that none of the points are really touching the center. If you want to, you're more than welcome to put a little bit of glue to make sure it stays in place, but it's probably not necessary because you're not going to see those the inside anyways of the box. So now I will take my base, and it's quite subtle. You can't really tell that the top is bigger than the base, but you will notice when you put the top over the base that it's very easy. It literally just slides in without any squishing. You need to account for that the top is slightly bigger. Okay. Now we will move on to doing the divider. Okay, now with the divider, you're gonna start with the paper on the colored side, and you're just gonna fold your paper in half, side to side, and you're just gonna create a small little crease at the top. Don't worry, but later you're going to end up creasing all the way down, but it's actually going to be on the other side. So just do a little crease here. What you're going to do is you're going to take one corner. I'm going to use the bottom left corner, and I'm going to fold all the way to the top of where that line starts. So that halfway point is there. And you're going to fold all the way up there, crease it all the way across just on the right side here, like this. And then you're going to flip your paper over to the white side. Now, you see how this little triangle sticks out? We're going to use this point here, this little point right here, as the marker. And we're going to take that same side corner, and this is where we have to fold the paper into thirds is what we're doing. So we're going to fold it up to where that point ends, like this, okay? And then we're going to flip the paper back over to the white side and then unfold this. This is just a marker, and now we can make this into thirds by bringing this edge to the opposite edge. So basically folding in half, okay? See, now we have perfect thirds, okay? So now with the thirds, we're going to open up our sheet of paper, and realistically you would see, I just wanted to make the video quicker, and you can also fold and stop and pause the video at any time you'd like. I'm just making a re-recording for you. So now with all four corners, we're going to do little triangles and fold in all four triangles to line in the center. So these are the thirds that we've made. So fold your corners into that line in the center, okay, on each side. Now you're going to fold in each side as well into the center like this. Okay. Now, what I mentioned to you earlier is that we're going to be making that, this is the center, the actual center of the paper. We're going to do a hot dog fold in half, unfold, hot dog fold the other way as well, unfold, and now we need to make a crisscross line, but it's going to be a mountain fold, okay? So the paper is going to come up and then come down. So we'll flip over to the back and we'll fold corner to corner in half. This is in preparation to making what's called a water bomb base fold. And then you'll see what I mean in a second. So since when you stand the paper up like this, because we made the taco folds in half like this, naturally the paper is going to want to stand up because we've enforced it by folding the paper in half this way and then as well as this way. So in essence, the paper should be popped up like a pyramid. So if it doesn't pop up, you just want to stick your finger underneath and then just push here to make it stand up. It should be effortless. So from a 3D plane, it should look like a little pyramid. What we'll do is we're going to grab either side. It doesn't matter which side it is. We'll grab it, and then we're going to lift it off the table or the surface, and we're going to slowly bring our thumbs together like this, And you see how my thumbs meet at the bottom like that. Now it's made an actual pyramid. Grab one side with one hand and grab the other side with the other hand. Okay, this is called a water bomb base fold. It's kind of a fancy water bomb base because we have all these other folds in the center, but you can do it with a normal paper to make other things like a ball. So now we're going to take our mountain, just the little white side of our mountain here. We're going to lay it flat. I've actually folded it the other way, but it doesn't matter which way you fold it. So you're going to pick up your mountain, just the entire white bit, and then fold it to the very base like that. Okay. Now, it doesn't matter because when we turn it into our divider, it doesn't matter which side it's on. So look underneath our little mountain and then pretend we're opening like a bag of chips or like a plastic bag. We're going to stick our fingers inside like this, like you're peeling open a plastic bag, and then opening it all the way to the bottom here. And then we're going to reinforce by pushing back a little bit because this here is going to turn into our divider. So push it backwards. I'll show it one more time. Open it up like you're opening like a bag of crisps. And then you're just going to use your middle finger and thumb to hold down the base and use your index finger just to push it back a little bit. This is pretty effortless because the fold here that's going across has already been made before. Okay, now I'm going to take my fingers on the top bits here like this, and I'm just going to do the same thing as a water bomb base fold. I'm going to push it down until my thumbs meet. Okay, now this is already starting to take shape, and if you want to reinforce the other sides, one side's going to be thicker than the other because remember the white mountain that we folded is on this side, and you can feel it. Okay, now you press it flat and then find your base of the box, put it inside like this, and you have your little divider. See, isn't that cute? You can put little things in there like little lollies or earrings or anything for separating. So this is quite a useful box. So thanks for watching.